See all the tides screaming past here, and this isn't the fastest part of the tide either. And it wasn't the tide that knocked that off. It was a cargo boat early one morning. It's been like that for a while. Obviously it's expensive to replace. You can come up either side of it, the rocks in here. And that's been knocked off that back side of it. We're going to come up through here. Visibility looks a bit suspect. It's a bit brown. So we're going to come up through here, the Illusive reef. This is all the humps. And that's Herm. I'm going to head up that way now. We're going 8 knots and our boat normally only goes 6 knots. How fast are we going? How fast? 9 knots now. So we're going with the tide. See it all rippling out the back of that. Today's mission is to try and recover someone's crab pots from the Illusive reef. So it's a head that never dries up the top here. And apparently someone's tried dragging for it with a couple of grapples and lost them as well. But yeah, I wouldn't pot anywhere near this reef. This is straight up and down, a bit like the long pier, where there's just too many crevices and boulders to get caught around. So when people try dragging for them, yeah, you're going to lose your grapples for sure. They might have dragged past the reef or thought they were dragging past the reef, because there's sand on the southern side. All the northern side's full of boulders, and on the east side it's got sand as well. Oh well, we'll soon find out soon. Looks like the tide's screaming though. Not quite sure if we're going to get a slack or not. So what are we doing? We think that's a creep.
Yes, that's definitely a creep.
We got a set of pots that are running over the top here.
That creep's in 37.
Yeah, we'll get that back. I'll hook that creep. That pot goes that way. We got a set of pots running up that way. Parlours. What's it? A truce of 10? Truce of 10, okay. And what we in? 38 metres, okay. 39 metres. Okie doke. It's going to be one of their missions, isn't it?
Are you going down on the lades? Yeah, we're going to take the lades down.
Delayed.
How does that look? Pretty gay. Yeah. Oh, well. The creeps are going in. I mean, they're going in to retrieve the creep. I might turn the creep tie from the other end of the rope. I don't know what to do. Make a decision on the again.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
Welcome back below the waves, and we're on another mission. This time is to release this creep and try and get some pots back, but looking at the visibility, doesn't look too good. So Matt's now in the water. He's swimming down with a 45 metre length of rope with a buff on the end, so we're going to possibly tie that to the end of the creep if we have to, or actually buff off some pots. So Matt's just checking we're all alright. There's quite a bit of tide running, as you can tell, and the visibility is really not that good. So on their creep they've got this hard pellet which is down towards the bottom. Almost looks like a human head with the hair there flapping in the tide. So it's starting to get very dark at 29 metres now, and we know we're kind of going to 40 plus now. Matt's still swimming down with the rope, and he's let it go. For some reason the tide is just too strong for him to try and pull that pot rope down as well. So he's let go of it. Still swimming. There must be 55 metres of rope on this, I reckon, and I think I've hit the bottom. Really didn't want to turn my torches on because it sort of knackers your night vision once the torch is on, but if I don't turn the torches on there's no point in filming because you can't see. So we've hit the bottom, or close to the bottom anyway, so we're on some big boulders. We're just creeping our way along the sand here just to find out where the creep's gone. And Matt's already there. I think he's found the chain on the bottom, so can't see, but I'm just doing a couple of hand signals to him to say, yep, let's get this thing pulled out. There we go, 40 metres. Still good though. Look at this bit, look, you can see where it's been robbing for a couple of weeks and it's polished to stone. Just as well it's on a double dot bit of rope there, otherwise it probably would have torn through. Probably another couple of weeks and it probably would have disappeared. So Matt's taken it out of this crevice and he's lifted it over onto the side of the reef, or the side of the rocks where there's the tide's pulling towards. And all we're going to do now is just trip it. So we're going to wrap the rope around it a couple of times. So when we get to the surface and we pull it up, it'll be nice and easy. The jaggedy bit, or the tooth part, will be facing backwards. So as we pull it across the seabed, unless it goes between another boulder, it should come up no problem. So I'm helping Matt out here because the tide is pulling that length of rope in the tide, and also there's a buff on the top. I'm just pulling it towards him just to give him a bit of slack. It's unbelievable how much tide is actually on this. 16mm rope. It's quite a bit of tension there, especially with the seaweed on the top as well. So I think mission's done now. So mission's about 99% done now. We're at 41 metres. We're just trying to figure out which way the reef is. We think it's sort of slightly into the tide, so we decide we don't really want to swim into the tide. And we're at 40 metres, we've probably only got about 3-4 minutes left, so what we're going to do is we're going to head with the tide and just see if we can see anything. Albeit it's pretty dark. If I turn the light off it would be pitch black. So I should go back and have a little look at the polished part of the rock and see if where they were pulling there was going to be any crab pots, but as you can see this is very snaggy around here. So let's just head off with the tide and just see if we can see anything. I'm not going to hold my breath because the visibility is pretty bad. So what I decided to do is just turn off my light for a few minutes just to see how dark it is and see if I can see any crab pots anywhere. Nah, it's pretty dark, so I think we'll turn the lights back on. So this team just isn't me and Matt on our own. There's Paul up on the surface and Paul needs to know where we're going. So Matt's decided to take out the delayed and send it up just for a little bit of comfort to Paul, so Paul knows exactly where we are. Sending your delayed up from 39 metres is really fun. It goes up like a rocket. So this is how dark it actually is when you look around. It's just dark green, can't see anything. It's time we started heading up. We're both down to about a minute bottom time now before we go into deco. But there's no doubt we'll be in deco by the time we get up to about 12-13 metres. That's it, I'm just left on my own now. I was very eager to get back to the surface, so he's just left me with his reel and the reassuring noise of the boat above my head. I'm just waiting for my 3-minute safety stop to finish now. What have I got left? 1 minute 22 seconds. As you see, Matt's on the business there.
Let's hope so. It's cracked again.
I think you'll be alright now.
No way it was coming out of that reef.
No, it polished it. It was. It wouldn't have taken much longer, and then the rope or the cable would have just parted, I reckon. Would you say that's a place to start creeping, Matt?
No.
Boulders the size of this boat. Right. Should be alright, we left it on the back of them boulders on the sand, so. I take it it's been there for a while, looking at the growth on that.
Go and bump it just out there.
Nah, we're going to leave it on the boat.
It'll just grab otherwise. Problem is, if it ends up grabbing again, I don't want to go and get it again.
Yeah. I mean, at 30 metres it's alright. At 40 metres it's starting to get a bit dodgy.
What do we do, 42?
I don't know, mate. There's the baby's head. I look weird under the water because that looked like hair on that pellet. Well, we got the creep back anyway, if nothing else. It's starting to blend into the seabed. I saved someone a couple of quid, just a rope alone.
That's the thing, there's so much rope on it. Yeah, but there's probably 100 quid's worth of rope here.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like it's a 15 mil by the looks of it. It's a big hole. Yeah, your creep's back. We got your rope.
Yeah, he's got your rope. He's tied 10 inkwells to it.
Yeah. Look at the amount of rope on there. Look. No wonder why it took us a good few minutes. And there we go. Not a bad creep, to be honest.
What was that jammed in, right?
Between two humongous boulders. Two big boulders either side, right on the middle. Done some nice bit of polish work on it there.
It was wedged like this, the rope went between it, and then there was a big crevice on the side of it, which was straight at me. All I did was pull it out, over the top. It could have pulled it itself, it should have come out.
Yeah, I don't know, sometimes they might only pull in one direction. Anyway, that's one mission done. At least someone's got a creep back. I don't know if that's Hades or not. There's still one more creep down there. You gonna go back down again, Matt? Yeah. Give it an hour.
We're going to get the pots now.
No, we're gonna go enjoy ourselves. We're gonna have a play around right over there. Didn't take long to go into deco, eh?
Here comes the good viz.
That would be funny. Bad viz, and then you just go to a line and it's good viz. I don't think that's going to happen today. I think we're going to have bad viz all the way across here. But I'm happy to be proved wrong. Lunchtime, bit of gosh.
Well, a bacon roll for breakfast.
I think we're just about to get a visibility report on this side of the channel, because that side of the channel is horrible and that wind's building. So we were going to go up to the Stella today at the Caskets, but glad we didn't now, because this wind is coming up. You see the top of the waves coming. Is that the Hebridean Princess coming down? I think just see a cruise ship on the horizon. Try and get some footage of that. I don't think I will though, because I got a feeling I'll be in the water when it comes by. Might ask Paul if he can film it. So, scallop, scallop, scallop. Couple of shipwrecks in here as well. The Foreland is just here. The Vedanta's in the channel over there. The B-17's a bit further out. The Brighton's out over here. There's a few shipwrecks and there'll be a couple more in there we don't know of. There's meant to be one called the Diane up there somewhere. As me and Matt done the first dive together, and we've done our hour and 5 minutes surface interval, we're going to go in again together. As soon as we hit the seabed, we might split up, we might stay together. We'll just see what it's like. So up at the Plat Fougere, not as good as down near the harbour for scallops. Some monster starfish up here. Yeah, it's not as good for scallops. There's a few, but they're bigger, probably better quality ones to be honest. But I'll tell you what there is up here, loads and loads of empty razor clams. This is an empty scallop shell, so basically a starfish has got in and eaten it and left it together. So it's still on its hinge. Yeah, so as you can see, there's not many scallops around here. I'm just gonna have to keep on looking. Up here on the gravel, you tend to get these, we call them locally shankers, but they're brown edible crabs. Really tough little things. Basically they dig down into the sand, so it almost looks like someone's dropped like a Cornish pasty. But I'll tell you what, to try and pull them up out of the sand, they're really hard. It's my first scallop. Look at that, it's a decent sized one. You notice I got my lift bag inside my sack there. It come unraveled as soon as I hit the water. And this is a shanker. So basically they just bury themselves in there and they use suction to hold them in. Takes quite a lot of force to pull them out, to be honest. Ooh, what's this? Yes. Know exactly what this is. As soon as I seen it, it's a cod bottle. Yeah, these are really good. I love these bottles. That's going straight in my bag.
Okay.
2 minutes left and I've got to go up. Went pretty quick this dive, to be honest. Basically what Matt's done is he's looked underneath me and seen there was a scallop and he stole it. So basically he stole it from right underneath me. This is what they look like when they decide to get out their hole and go for a walk. One minute left.
Thank you.
A couple of these little jellyfish. They're just the domes of them, really. There's no tentacles left. I think something's been eating them already. Yeah, they're dead. It's my turn to get him back. I stole a scallop right below him. Tit for tat, he steals one from me and I steal one from him. The funny thing is, we probably miss hundreds of scallops as we're going along. Well, I could probably talk for myself really, because I'm always looking at other stuff. So that's me. I'm into deco. I need to go up. Oh, there's another shark. Look. That's a spotted cat shark, or locally called a dogfish.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Kind of expecting to see, well, maybe a flatfish or a Dover sole or something. This is quite good ground for him, or a large ray, but I didn't see any on this dive. Later found out that Matt Dearty one, he tried shouting me over, but I was probably poking something I shouldn't have been. right?
Five.
5. I think I've done exactly the same. My lift bag got caught on a boat as I went in, so not particularly good. Pack that up later. As you've seen, little cod bottle.
That's a smaller one.
Yeah, it's a little baby one.
Yeah.
Looks like it's a blank, a smooth. Oh no, there's writing on it. I think I can see something Wakefield. There we go. Yeah, I think it says something Wakefield on the bottom here. I don't know. There's a maker's mark on it though. But that's not bad. And listen, the cod ball's in there. Yeah, I can see it. Just about see it. So that would have been thrown off of one of the passing ships going back to the UK, or possibly coming from the UK. Anyway, not bad. I'll put it there with his mask. No, here you go, crazy. Oh, not sure, Matt. I think I might have beaten you by 1.
Oh.
First time ever.
I got that one right underneath you, then you got one back.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Although there's not a lot of them, they're nice and big. Really good for making cockles and jacks. Take the top off, clean it out, put some mash in the bottom. Oh, so yeah, some decent sized ones there. I don't think it's charged. I don't think it's covered the fuel charge at the moment, so we're gonna have to go back down further. But they're beasts. Well over the gauge minimum. I mean, well over 100 mils a gauge, about that much. So yes, nice. Now let's head down to the harbour. Just had another quick look. There is actually writing there. Something and Co. We'll give it a clean and see if we can find out what that says. Take these barnacles off somehow. I don't know, maybe it does say Guernsey on it. Might say Guernsey, might say Jersey. We'll have a little look. And what's the name on it? Baker and Co. Jersey. Not bad.
It's a good one.
Yeah. There's still
Jersey bottle collectors would like that.
yeah. Anyone know any information about that and you're from Jersey? Comment. So I'm sure Baker and Co was probably a shop.
So a letter at the start before Baker. Not there, Baker said it's my bottle, mate.
Yeah.
As if there's another letter here as well.
Oh, I don't know, mate.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I think you're right, there is. Let's get that clean.
Okay.
Sea Baker. Is that Sea Baker?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sea Baker. It's a nice one.
B Baker and Co. Nothing in the middle.
Have a little look. Oh, he chucked it back.
Jersey. You don't want that Jersey.
So now we've come all the way back down to the harbour mouth now, and we're literally probably 250 metres south of the harbour. We're meeting our normal friends. These fish, I haven't got a clue what they are. And also we're looking at all this debris. You know, I could send that back to the surface, but that is a home for a lobster. So we're just having a look for some scallops. Try and pay for the fuel, because we've done quite a bit of distance today. So we need to pay Richard back, really. What we do is we just leave the scallops on the boat, and he does whatever he wants with them. Good trade. Sometimes you come across things on the seabed and you just wonder to yourself, what is this? It's obviously a rock, but look at it. Got rope all wrapped around it. It's obviously been tied around for a reason. My guess is maybe a trawler pulled it up in his net, and to lift it off the deck he's had to juice it up and chuck it over. Just 35 seconds left of my safety stop. Just check my air, see how I'm going. 35 bar. Yep, I really should be on the surface now. How many did I have? Oh, they're not as big as up the road. I reckon I've probably got maybe 45 there. Let's give them a count. There's a few there today. I think we had just short of 262, 263, something like that. Maybe 260. My maths ain't that good. That's a decent box, or two. Paul's got crab in here as well. Paul's got some spider crab. And you haven't had anything today. Been a naughty bird, bullying other birds. So there's an argument happening on deck. Matt is trying to get the grapple from where it's been stowed, carefully stowed, and Paul's shouting at him.
Oh, possible.
Yeah, turn it all off. Din 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 din. It's like the old Super Mario, that. But I think the Super Mario went that way. So, thanks for coming along. There's a bit of a mission there, getting the grapple back for someone in 40 odd metres of water. I think we've seen 42, something like that. I wasn't really paying attention, just trying to get the job done. Then we had a little scallop up the plat, which we wanted to have a little look at the shankers. The shankers in sort of the sandy burrows. I think they're just molted, that's why they're in the burrows. And then also we come down and paid for the fuel. Just a couple of crates there. Should cover it. Thanks for coming along, and I will catch you on the next tide. Look at that ramp. I think I'll come back and get my gear later. I can't really take it home with me because I'm on the electric push bike today.